Hey there, hey, and thank you for tuning in to this Monday pod of Born to Be a Star. Today is another day and another opportunity for you to recognize your star power. And my hair was straight, and now I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm really excited about trying to figure out how I'm going to get this new iPhone 17. Regardless if my mom wants to help me or not, she's trying to be in a pain in the ass, telling me, why do you need a new phone? What do you need a new phone for? Why can't you be happy with the phone you've got? You know, most of the mom shit, whatever. I think maybe I'm going to have to go to my own phone company. But outside of that, did more crying about Charlie Kirk. I think that I'm just mentally spent with it. But I've given it to God, and I just keep praying and hoping that God brings the world together, because this is fucking sad. It just feels like part of my heart is gone, and I don't know how to fix it. And I was in church yesterday, and I was greeting, and I just was crying. I was trying not to sob while I was there, but I couldn't help it. And I held back the noise, and the tears just fell, and it was fucking difficult. But, I'll get through today and tomorrow, and I'll just keep crying and living as I can, because I think that today is another day and another opportunity. Even though I was sad, I'll get through the difficulty. When you lose somebody you love, that you care about, that's a role model and that's a mentor, it's difficult. I saw him as a real mentor, and I don't really talk about him a lot. I just thought he was going to be around forever. Like, sometimes we get these people in our lives and we forget that we're people. And I just had this thought in my mind, like, he was just going to live forever. And I'm very sad that is not the case. But outside of me being depressed about Charlie Kirk, and probably going to be depressed forever, and I don't know how I'm going to get over this, I'm sad. Going to the hairdresser on Saturday, and I don't know if I want my hair to be red or I just want to leave it whatever the fuck color it is now. I think I am ready to go red, because I'm sick of the brown and the blonde, and I just want to do something else. I'm likely going to go back to streaks and blonde at another point. Maybe I'll give it a year and I'll go back to this. We'll see what happens. Anyways, today is another day and another opportunity for us to talk about saying yes, we can. Change our minds, do things differently, say what we want. Yes, we can knit, sew, crochet, cook and bake, read and sing and dance and play the instruments, the clarinet, the saxophone, the trombone, the flute, the piano and the guitar and the drums. And you can even do karaoke. It's kind of fun. You can go to a NASCAR track if you want. You can decide you want to watch hockey like we do. You can decide you want to go to a Saints game or a Patriots game or whatever team you like game. Or maybe you want to get back into baseball. Or maybe you want to watch HGTV and be obsessed with, house decoration. Or, switching the floors out in bedrooms. Maybe you want to get in an RV and drive around the United States of America. Or maybe you want to go to the airport and pick a random place to go visit. I wouldn't go to a lot of places, so be careful with that. But whatever the case may be, whatever the story is, every day is an opportunity for you to say to yourself, yes, you can. Let go of fear, and yes, you can. Try new things. Outside of saying to yourself, yes, you can, the next part of the idea is never giving up. Now, life is difficult and bad things happen to good people. And even when bad things happen to good people, God has a way of showing the light. I saw so many vigils over the weekend and so many prayers for Charlie Kirk. It really lifted my spirit. Seeing the students on these college campuses with the candles and the messages and the pictures and the time and the effort and the beauty and the hope that went into all of these things, and the admiration for him, and the sports teams shouting him out, truly giving him all the attention he deserves in this moment. It really lifted my spirits. Because after Wednesday last week, it was rough, man. And it's still rough now. I'm still in shock. I'm shocked. I don't really know how to feel better from this. But when I got sad and I started crying yesterday, I just thought, never give up. I say it to myself, I might as well live what I'm saying. And then I thought, Charlie wouldn't want me to give up, or anybody else. So, my responsibility is to fight through this difficulty and try to have it feel good. Bad things are going to happen to people. The doctor might not tell you what you want to hear. You might have a bad experience at work, or maybe you hate your major and you want to change it at school. It could be something big, something small, your neighbor, the washing machine, anything. Just because it's not working out the way you want to doesn't mean you can't change it and have things work the way you want them to. That is the idea of never giving up. There's doctors and nurses in the Army's Reserve, National Guard, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force too. The firefighters, the police officers, Border Patrol, the ICE agents, and all those that sacrifice everything to protect us. So if we think about them when we want to give up, that should give us a little more energy to continue to fight together. Brothers and sisters, when we fight together and we come into one with believing in things that are hopeful, like Jesus Christ, and positivity, we can change the world and become that light we talk about in the darkness. We are that light in the darkness. Following the idea of never giving up, with the idea of why not today, procrastination and indecisiveness never lead you anywhere. If you need to do something important, don't put off today for tomorrow, because no day is promised. We can't buy time, stop time, or control it. And taking that into consideration, that means, bro, something's up with your car and you don't get it fixed. Do you really want to be stuck on the side of the fucking highway? Do you really want to need to go to work and you can't drive there? Or, dude, do you want to get an Uber? I've seen enough crazy ass videos where I'm like, I don't know about this shit. How long are you going to wait to fix some shit that doesn't work? How long are you going to wait to organize your life or make an appointment? How long are you going to wait to say how you feel or trust your heart? How long are you going to wait to finish something and complete something you haven't done yet? How long are you going to wait to finally change your hair color? How long are you going to wait to get that new phone that you want? How long are you going to wait to do all the things that are important in your life? When you continuously not do anything and you allow fear to chastise and taint your life, then you're not actually living. That is the entire idea of Why Not Today. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Quiet Place 5, and Terminator 2 are movies we should be thinking about that lead us to understand not to mess around with time. Just a thought. Moving on from the time, let us get to the tea of the day. Today we are dripping some green tea, hot, because I don't know why. Sipping the tea, sipping the tea, sipping the tea for you and me, sipping the tea. We're going to have it with some honey. Why not? So the tea is green with some honey today. And what are we going to talk about? Boom. First topic. Do we care about buying cars on Carvana? Is that better than going to get the car at the car place? Have we really gotten to the point where we don't even want to get the car? We just wanted to get fucking delivered? And can we trust Carvana? Because I see commercials about it all the time, but I don't know what this experience would be like. I'm probably going to be a nerdy person that's going to need to go to the BMW fucking dealership so I can see whatever the car is that they're going to swindle me into buying next. Now, I'm considering my next vehicle to be an Audi or a BMW. I was considering a Range Rover, but I want more horsepower. And as I get older, I want cooler shit to drive. So I'm going to be moving on from the Jetta to one of those more like serious car toys. So I'm probably going to want to get the Batmobile. It's going to be my version of it. Don't judge. And I'm going to have a lot of fun. I think I want to do white because I've had black cars over and over and over again. But I'm actually going to be doing push to start, moonroof, clearly Bluetooth, touchscreen, everything, leather seats. You gotta have the recline. You really gotta have this like incredible, like, you want the car to feel like it's heaven. And I think it's definitely gonna look like that if it's white. And I definitely want it to have that appeal inside too. I want to be driving something that looks like, damn. And I want to feel like that when I'm in it. Not that I don't love my Jetta. I do feel like a speed machine when I'm driving it. And it is pretty entertaining. But I do think that we need to be careful with how we're buying cars. And we shouldn't get caught up in shit we don't need. But I think maybe getting it delivered is probably easier if you don't want to go to the car lot. I don't know. I kind of think Carvana's cool, but I don't really trust it. And I want my shit to be like new. So I think I'm going to need to get my cars from the dealer. I'm not doing Carvana. I've seen some of the shit from Carvana. And at first, that's where I was looking for my new car after my last car got totaled because some fucker ran into it. I'm never going back to Honda after that, which is why I went to Volkswagen. And I think I might stick with Volkswagen. I was considering Tiguan. We'll see. I really want a Tesla, but I don't know. Like, which Tesla do I want? Because if I'm going to get a Tesla, then I'm going to have to get a Cybertruck. Because that's like the best one to get. So, I don't know. I'll consider it. But I don't think I want to buy any of these cars from Carvana. I think I want to get the fucking car from the car dealership. Second part of the conversation for this green tea. The importance of being silly and fun. If you don't take moments to take time off of being an adult and being like 90 years old and being irresponsible and have a good time by yourself or with others, then you're always going to be miserable. I think we owe it to ourselves to be silly, to act like little kids at moments, and to have a good time. Does that mean you run around saying goo goo gaga? No, but that means you can have a mindset to watch like SpongeBob like a kid, or to even watch SpongeBob, to not take yourself so seriously and just enjoy the moment like kids do, right? The innocence of a child is something that adults don't have. So when you can convert your mind to that and you can just have a good time and have a little bit of play, it's kind of relaxing, right? Sometimes I like to roll around with my Yorkie who's 4.5 pounds and just play peekaboo with him, or I like to do it with, nephews or nieces, or play with them because they're fun and they're great. But it's important that we recognize that if we don't take moments to actually enjoy our lives, they're going to be over before we know it. We need to enjoy the small things. We need to laugh more. and be silly even louder than we can be. To laugh at jokes, to create your own jokes, to make fun of yourself, to not take everything so fucking seriously all the time. Like that fucking Megan bitch. That annoying Meghan Markle lady. Just, or those whack bitches on The View. And I'm in opposition for them, not because of their political affiliation, but because of how they come across. Can you imagine any of those women, whether they're all like 70, I don't fucking know, acting like a kid and laughing and having fun and enjoying things? I can't. Not for one moment. They're miserable. When you're surrounded by people and you witness them like find bitterness in ways they should find happiness, it's kind of remarkable how you can't imagine any of them being happy. And maybe not even just them. I think like adults have a tendency to forget that they weren't always old and grumpy. It's just annoying. I want to stay this way forever as we prepare to have children, me and my husband, and we have the kids and they start to grow. I still want to be who I'm trying to be. Relentlessly happy, relentlessly funny and silly and not taking anything seriously and just going with the flow and just enjoying life, because that's the way we're supposed to live, not superficial and all like serious and negative and blah, 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 and everything's gonna be this way or no way and I'm gonna do this and life is not something where you can map it out and learn it that way. And if we're gonna live that way, then you're not gonna be happy doing it. And I want to be happy, so I'm not taking shit seriously outside of my job, and I'm not doing anything that's gonna require too much fucking energy. I'm just living life day by day, and we're trying to have a good fucking time. That's it. Let's be silly more and watch more SpongeBob and look at more South Park and have a good fucking time. Let's watch Family Guy and make fun of Peter because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And then let's watch The Simpsons and let's have a great time. Let's just laugh more. Let's go to comedy shows and let's make fun of ourselves and everybody else too. That should be life. Everything should be an opportunity for us to find another way to make a joke about something we haven't even heard about yet. That should be what we're aiming for. But moving off the funny, let's get to the next part of this conversation on this Monday. True justice isn't nice. Dude, if you're committing a crime like murder or drugs or like you robbed something or you did something you're not supposed to do, if you get away with it, aren't you going to do it again? Shouldn't there be consequences for people that have felonies on their record and they keep getting out of jail? Shouldn't there be consequences for people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing? Why do we instead validate bad people? And I asked you that last week, right? When you do something that is not correct, true justice isn't going to dignify your actions. You're probably going to get in trouble. And I think a lot of people need to get in trouble. I think lessons need to be learned. And whatever way that is, I think we need to do it. TV has no order. Yo, like some of these people on these shows say a lot of ridiculous shit. And it just got me thinking like they're just doing all this irate shit on TV because they want people to like look at it. And half of it is not even that good. Why do bad guys get away with murder? Because the justice system doesn't penalize their actions. It allows them to get out. I mean, you could literally rob a place and as long as it's under $1,000, you won't get anything on your record. That's incentivizing people to steal more. That's incentivizing people not to pay for shit. That's why they lock up everything in CVS and Walgreens now, which is a total fucking pain in the ass. They even do it in some Targets. So I'm going to the store and I need to get this. And because some bum did some shit, now I have to wait for the one person in the store that's at the beginning where the register is to come unlock this shit. And then again, I got to wait after because then I got to stand in a long ass line because they came to unlock it. Dude, who wants to deal with that? Not fun. Murder should qualify as a bad thing, and your ass should be in jail. Evil is where we least expect it. Your next door neighbor. The person you didn't think. Typically when somebody's being murdered or like stalked, it's from somebody that they don't even know is there. We need to be very cautious about who are around, who we allow in our circles, and who we talk to. We need to be aware of the fact that some people are really crazy and shit, and we need to protect ourselves as best as we can. Fighting depends on strength. Some fights are going to be longer than others, and if you really are going to be successful at fighting, whether that's with your blow dryer or your computer that's not working right, or your phone dying all the fucking time like mine. Reasons why I need an iPhone 17, because this fucking phone keeps dying and it's pissed me the fuck off. If you have a fight ahead, you gotta have strength to get through it. Because there's going to be times and moments where you're not going to feel like you're going to be able to get through it. And you have to have that voice in your consciousness telling you to keep going. Because that's the only way you're going to be successful and win and be courageous. And the only way you're going to be that is if you have strength and courage within you. Moving on from the main part of the conversation to watching things. Who's playing tonight? Babe, who's playing tonight?
What?
It's Monday.
What about Monday?
Football.
What about it?
Who's playing?
Well.
Come on.
So the Buccaneers are playing the Texans.
Buccaneers and the Texans. And
the Chargers are playing the Raiders.
And the Chargers and the Ravens.
Raiders.
I'm sorry. It could have been the Ravens.
No, Raiders. Ravens won by quite a bit yesterday.
Who'd they win by? I mean, who'd they play? Oh, the Ravens beat the Browns. I don't know. I thought the Browns were going to be better this year. I don't know. My Chiefs lost yesterday. It was embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it. Skip was insulting me at dinner. He was singing Taylor Swift. Do you guys hear him? 0 for 2. Ooh, ooh. It's not nice. I was very upset watching that Chiefs game yesterday. I watched it in the other room, and I watched the whole thing. And I was fucking screaming at the TV, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. I'm very competitive with sports, even if I'm not playing in them. But I'm competitive with my teams. But getting back to what? Hockey. When's hockey coming back? You're the sports guy in the family, babe. When's hockey coming back? NHL.
October 7th.
October 7th, coming to a TV near you. NHL. National Hockey League. I can't wait. Rangers. Yo, I got my jersey. I'm ready for this shit. Yeah, I'm going to be running around the house pretending like I got my shit ready. With my hockey stick. Running around the living room. I'm gonna have so much fun. I love hockey. I'm so into it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, y'all don't know how much I like sports. I really like it. Like yesterday, I watched football all day, and I actually enjoyed it. But I gotta tell you, Red Zone is definitely better than watching the game. But I didn't mind watching the Chiefs game because one of the people talking about it was Tom Brady, which is pretty fucking cool if I may say myself. Oh my God, it was so cool listening to him talk about everything. I was kind of like, what the hell is happening? I was totally fangirling. It was very good. So if I get to catch him at another game, definitely into it. But moving off the fact that I love sports, Daryl Dixon, so Skip tried to watch that without me because he's a douchebag. But I caught his ass in the middle of him trying to watch it, and I made him go back to the beginning of it to not see it. We haven't watched it yet, but last week's episode was very interesting. Fuck you, we're watching it together, bitch. He's being a motherfucker again. Monday Night Raw, which we still haven't watched yet. Yeah, I don't think he wants to watch it with me.
Boring.
No, it's not boring. We're going to turn it on right now. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of some of the people on Greg tonight. Some whack bitch is on there with curly hair and she's irritating me. I like Greg Gutfeld more for the humor than anything else. Like, I'm not looking at it because I have, like, this expectation of politics. Like, I'm watching it because I don't really like politics. I just like it because Greg's annoying. Okay, so I'm putting on Raw. I don't know what's going on. Brock Lesnar is going to be fighting John Cena. We'll see what happens with that match. And I don't know what they're doing in this match tonight. They do a lot of talking, which is we'll see what happens. So we did catch up on all the episodes of Murders in the Building, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It made me love New York again. Like, if I could live in Upper Manhattan, I would totally be down for a brownstone or a condo in one of those cool fucking buildings. I love New York, and every time I watch a show about it, it makes me feel like, this is so cool. I love New York, and I miss New York. But I do think that Selena Gomez does a phenomenal job, and I do love the other two characters as well. The show is absolutely hilarious. I was laughing from the beginning to the end. I couldn't stop. It was very entertaining and so good. Very good. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next episode. Black Bag is on Amazon, and when are they coming out with a new 007? Who knows? What's that show we watched last night, babe? The detective one? It's something like True Detectives, but I can't remember the name of it. What's the name of it? The show we watched last night, that's like Task. Pretty good so far. I do think that pretty good. Moving on from watching to eating, weekly lunches and dinners are definitely important. You want to have meal preps for lunches, and you want to have quick dinners so you don't have to take forever making them. Panera Breads are great stops, and Subways and grinders and salads and things that don't take 5 years to make. In fact, I would invest in a Tavala or some type of machine that makes dinners easier, or just do lots of like one pot meals or oven trays or things that don't take 5 years to make. Because after you work all day, how long do you want to spend making dinner? That's the question. I don't know who has time for that, but it's not me. Wraps instead of bread, a great alternative. You could even get the wrap that has like 0 calories in it, even better. Pizza at home, you can literally buy the box and do the pizza that way, or you can buy the ingredients and get the dough and get real creative, or you could make the dough from scratch. Do you guys think that rolling the dough yourself is better than just buying it pre-made? I kind of like the idea of doing things from scratch, but it does take a lot of time. So if you are going to do that, I would recommend doing that probably on a Sunday or Saturday and not a Monday. Because I don't know how much you're going to get done of that. But I guess if you're in the mood, it doesn't matter what day you make it. Jalapeno chicken bites. Does that sound good? Would you guys try it? So basically you take the jalapeno and you take like chicken. I think that jalapeno chicken bites would be kind of good. You could do rotisserie chicken. You could do chicken bites. You obviously want to top that with some type of hot sauce. Fire. Why not? Honey lime chicken and avocado rice stack. Don't ask me what that is. I saw it on Pinterest. Maybe we'll try it. My friends, thank you for tuning into this Monday edition of Born to Be a Star. Please don't forget that you are a star wherever you are. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, and ciao, brothers and sisters, you, me, us, they, and them. Not only are we going to take over the United States of America, a great place to be, but we're also going to take over the rest of the world and the galaxies beyond the galaxies, because we are at the beginning, the middle, and the end, omnipresent, just like Jesus Christ. Been here before and seen everything before. But please don't also forget that Canada sucks and we're just going to make fun of them because they're a bad hat that nobody wants to wear. The weather fucking sucks and they're basically a 51st state for Americans to fund because they can't do anything on their own. Obviously. It's kind of obvious. But this is not political. It's just facts. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, and ciao. Thank you for tuning in to Born to Be a Star. And please don't forget that you're a star wherever you are. Together, brothers and sisters of the beautiful world we live in, when we come together, when our light ignites each other, we light up everything. And there's nothing but the sun. And we are that light. I see in that light in you, and I hope you see that light in me too. See you guys same place, same time tomorrow on Tuesday.